Looks like you just grabbed yourself a set of Crystal Koi Lite. Maybe J-Lace is not your favorite. So in this video, we're gonna go over how to install Smithy on your Crystal Koi Lite. For this project, you're gonna need a fresh pair of either the Flow Leash Plus Smithy for Crystal Koi or some Smithy by the foot. But while you're at checkout, make sure to grab a set of large welded rings to finish up the knot. You're also gonna need a razor blade, a cutting surface, and a lighter. All right, let's do this. First step is to remove your flow light from the crystal case. It should be easy enough to just grab the tip with your fingers, give it a pull. You're gonna pull the lace all the way out. You can remove the J-lace by grabbing the knot and pulling. You'll see that it's just looped back on itself. Pop it right out. Set that aside for later. Maybe you want it back, we'll find out. All right, you can grab our Flow Leash Plus out of the bag, and then prep our cutting surface. To make the hole on the end of our Crystal Koi Lite just a little bit bigger, we're gonna wanna take our razor blade and cut off about 1/8 of an inch from the end. Use a very sharp knife for this, and make sure to cut nice and firm through. You can give it some back and forth if you need. Take a look, maybe check against your Flow Leash Plus. If it doesn't fit easily, we're gonna cut it off a little more. That'll do it. Perfect. Before we actually thread the Smithy into the case, we're gonna wanna clean it up first. So take your razor blade and just go a little tiny bit of the edge around the top, just to get away or get rid of any little snagging bits or things that could give you a pinch, and round it off. Just like that. Doesn't take much. Our Flow Leash Plus are prepared with a little bit of a cone melted into the end of it. But if you grab your Smithy by the foot, then we have tape as the preparation. You want to just hit it with the lighter real quick in order to melt all the frayed ends together. And then if you melt it a little further, you can form it into this point to make installation nice and easy. So to install, unwrap your Flow Leash and just slide it on through. Give it a twist. We're making it happen. All right. Now, take your large welded ring, slide it onto the cord first, then add your flow light. We're gonna go through the square edge, or the square end instead of the rounded end. And then pass this pointed end back through the ring. You should be able to do this by hand and not need any tools, because the ring's just large enough and Smithy is sturdy enough that it'll make it really easy. You should have something that looks like this. To finish this off, we're gonna grab our lighter one more time. We're gonna give this a nice, proper melt. Give it a while, let it get nice and goopy. If it starts to actually burn, give it a blow. We're gonna take the metal part of our lighter and smush it against the end. Try not to touch it, this is super hot. Ow! Don't do that. So, smush it, spread out the material into a nice healthy puck, and then you can cinch it once it's cooled off down onto the ring. Finish, pull the rest of the Smithy and slide the ring all the way down to the end of your flow light, just like this. Final step, grab the other end of your flow leash, line up the button with the little 3D printed button pressing finding situation, give it a pull, and you're ready to flow.